Hello, welcome to the video. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at section 7.1, where we're going to be looking at angles of polygons. So, a question that they ask us here is, what is the sum of the measures of an interior angles of a polygon? Well, we have theorem for that. So, if you have more specifically, a convex polygon, we can determine what the sum of all the angles of a particular polygon is by taking the number of sides, which is n in this case, subtracting that number by 2 and multiplying it by 180. So we may not be able to get every specific value, but we'll be able to get the sum of all the values. So here it's asking us to find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of this figure. So the first thing we have to do is figure out how many sides does it have. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has 8 sides. So using the formula, it's going to be 8 minus 2 times it by 180, which means it's 6 times it by 180. 6 times by 180 is 1,080 degrees. So whatever those angles are, they're all going to add up to 1,080 degrees. And that works for every 8-sided convex polygon. All right, so here it says the coin is in the shape of an 11-gon. Find the sum of the measure of the interior angle. So 11-gon means it has 11 sides. So essentially, we're just going to use the formula 11 minus 2 times it by 180. 11 minus 2 is 9. 9 times by 180 is 1,620 degrees. Here, they give us the sum of all the angles, which is 900 degrees. What they want us to do is they want us to classify the polygon by the number of sides. So we have to figure that out. So we don't know this number of sides, so we don't know what n is. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the formula n minus 2 times it by 180, and it's going to be equal to the sum, which is 900. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to distribute the 180 over to the n minus 2. When I get that, I get 180n minus 360 is equal to 900. Doing some algebra, add 360 to both sides, so I get 180n is equal to 1260. Dividing everything by 180. N is 7. So it's a 7-sided figure. So if I were to classify this, this would be a heptagon. Here they want us to find the value of x in the diagram. So they give us 3 interior angles and we have 1 unknown. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. It's a 4-sided figure. Uh, that means it's the sum of all 4 angles are going to be 360 degrees. So I can say that x plus 108 plus 121 plus 59 will equal 360 degrees. Combining the 3 like terms that we have here, I get x plus 288 will be equal to 360. Subtracting 288 to both sides, x would then equal 72 degrees. Okay, similar question here for number 2 is like the one with that we tried to find the 7-sided figure. I'm more than happy to do that. If you have additional questions, please let me know. I will take care of that. But I will do number 3. I will do number 3. So if you look at number 3, the measures of the interior angles of a quadrilateral are x, 3x, 5x, and 7x. They want you to find the measures of all the interior angles. So in order to do that, we must find what x is. So in order to do that, well, they tell us quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. So we know that the sum of this four-sided figure for all the angles is going to be 360. So I can say that x plus 3x plus 5x plus 7x will equal 360 degrees. When I combine all these like terms here, x plus 3x plus 5x plus 7x, I get 16x. And that'll be equal to 360. Divide everything by 16. X will equal 22.5. Now, in this particular instance, that doesn't solve the problem because they want you to find all of the measures of the interior angles. So the first one being x, that one is 22.5 degrees. The second one is 3 times 22.5, which gives me 67.5 degrees. 5 times 22.5 will get me 112.5 degrees. And then finally, 7 times 22.5 will give me 157.5 degrees. You can check your answers. If you added up all 4 of these angles, you should get a sum of 360 degrees, and you do. So here in part A, it says a home plate for a baseball field is shown. They want to know, is the polygon regular and can you explain? So for a polygon to be regular, 2 things have to occur. First, all the sides need to be equal and the angles need to be equal. So 2 things have to work out. Now, I know that A, B, and D are all 90 degrees because they have the right angle symbol attached to each vertice. What we don't know is we don't know E and we don't know C. All they told us is that those 2 angles are congruent. The question is E and C also 90 degrees? So if they're both 90 degrees, we could say that they're regular. So let's find out. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided figure. So looking at this, with a 5-sided figure, it is going to be a sum of 540 degrees for all 5 of the angles. So what we got is 1, 2, 3 angles that are 90. 90 times 3 is 270, and then these, oh, I'm just going to make them x. So essentially this is going to be like 2x plus 270 is going to be equal to 540. Subtracting 270 from both sides, I got 2x is equal to 270, and then divide everything by 2. X is 135 degrees. All right, 135 is not 90. So we can say because not all angles are equal, it's not regular. And for part B, we actually did the work for part B and part A. So both C and E are both 135 degrees. Last concept that we're going to look at in this section is dealing with polygon exterior angles theorem. So if you have a convex polygon, again, and now you're going to look at the exterior angles of these polygons. So it's the angles on the outside of the polygon. Now, it does not matter how many sides it has. Every exterior angle will add up to 360 degrees. So whether it's 5 sides like it is in the diagram, 6 sides, 7 sides, whatever, they're all going to add up to 360 degrees. So here they're asking us to find the value of x in the diagram. I have all exterior angles here. So this is going to be 2x plus 89 plus 67 plus x will be equal to 360 because they're all exterior angles. Combining like terms, 2x and x, I get 3x plus 89 plus 67, I get 156. That's going to be equal to 360. Subtracting the 156 to both sides, so I get 3x is equal to 204 divided by 3. X will equal 68. All I had to do is find the value of x, and it is 68. All right, so here it says the trampoline shown is the shape like a regular uh, dodecagon. All right, so if you don't know, that is a 12-sided figure. All right, it's regular, which means that it possesses the two characteristics that a regular polygon has. All of the sides are equal and all of the interior angles are equal. All right, so in order to find all the interior angles, what you're going to do is this. So since they told you it was a 12-sided figure, you have to find the sum of all 12. So you're going to do is you're going to take that 12 minus 2 times it by 180, and when you get your result, it's going to be 1800 degrees. All right, so 1800 degrees is the sum of all 12 of these angles. But to find each, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide that 1800 by 12 because I know they're all going to be the same, and all of those angles are going to be 150 degrees. For part B here, it says they want you to find the measure of each exterior angle. So what they want you to do is to find this measurement here. Well, if this right here is 150, this is a linear pair, and a linear pair means that it's supplementary, so it's just going to be 180 minus 150, and that is going to equal 30 degrees. One way to check this is if you took 30 and multiplied it by 12, you should get 360 degrees, and you do. And that is being able to look at angles of polygons. Hope this helps. Till next time.